Look, I'm just gonna tell you the hot takes on which commanders might get pushed out of the meta, or at least recommending that y'all should stay weary of these guys, so who knows if I'm right about any of this, but the comments might be able to help you out further because everyone's a nerd nowadays. But yeah, in this video I'm gonna tell y'all which commanders are amazing right now, and might be for a long time too, but I'm still warning you not to invest in them only for the moment. And you might not really see people talking about this too much because sometimes we're too afraid to assume things because we don't want to be wrong when giving advice to the people as a community. Like right now, the things I'm about to say are very bold, but I feel like it would save a lot of effort in the long run, so yeah, let's get into it. So the first commander that I would say not to invest in anymore if you're just getting into Season of Conquest is Scipio Prime. This guy is the embodiment of the perfect commander with every skill being a very good skill, but even though all that is true, I still think you shouldn't invest in him anymore. So let's take a look at his kit real quick and I'll tell you guys why I think he's not going to be worth investing in the future. His active skill deals 2000 damage factor to up to 3 enemies and also debuffs their health by 30%, and that's just crazy. To be able to have an AoE that also does a debuff, it's beautiful. Then his second skill offers 40% attack and some march speed with added conditional march speed, which is also great. You can't go wrong with that. Then his third skill offers 20% health and 500 damage factor to the target for 3 seconds. Also great. His fourth skill makes him a little bit more tanky for the field and offers shields as well, so it's a good skill to have. And finally, his expertise offers 10% extra skill damage, and he gains rage faster by 30% when the target is silenced, so pretty much with Guan Yu. So as you can see, he doesn't have any bad skills, and he has everything you want in a commander when it comes to open field fighting, so you might be asking, why not invest in him if there's nothing wrong with him? And to that I say, well, we already have 4 infantry commanders with smite damage that have been released so far, which means that for the last 2 cycles, we have been given commanders that no longer synergize that well with the attack and skill damage commanders. So if Lilith continues to go in the direction of smite damage, which it looks like they will, then the commanders that deal skill damage are probably going to be pushed out of the meta. This doesn't mean that Scipio is bad in any way, shape, or form. He's just not going to be as strong as he was projected now that skill damage is getting put to the side when it comes to infantry. You have Gorgo who performs better than Scipio on the open field when paired with Liu Che, and I get that she's not doing the AoE, the debuff, nor is she offering the march speed, but she still performs better as far as Sev wounds go, and William is even better than she is. And that's because normal damage with smite damage is way better together than it is pairing a skill and a smite damage commander, even if those 2 commanders are extremely strong. So in my head, it's worth being careful when it comes to Scipio, just in case skill damage for infantry is on its way out the door. Next, we have Alexander the Great. I know that so many people say that it trades well and it's such a good budget commander, and it probably is, but if you're at the point where you have him at 5551 or less, and you're wondering if you should expertise him because you already previously invested in him and you don't know what to do, then abandon ship. Like yeah, Alexander might be a good budget commander, but it's not worth pursuing anymore. You have Scipio who is a better pair with Liu Che or anyone on the field. Gorgo is also better than him on the field if paired with Liu Che, and now William Wallace is also better. So if you continue on this path, and for anyone in the future, then just know that he's already in 4th or 5th place. He's a very old commander, so he was only able to go so far, you know. So like I said, if there's anyone out there that has Alexander at 2 or 3 max skills, and you're debating if you should expertise him still, I would say abandon ship and just work on Wallace. That's just me though. And finally, another commander that I want to warn y'all about is Hermann Prime. Just like Scipio, there's nothing wrong with this commander. He's also great, especially when paired with Zuji. But a brand new pair of archers is about to be released, and they are getting a different type of mechanic it seems. Something about true damage and mighty healing? Who knows? But if true damage is something like smite damage, but in its own way, then I would say just wait. I don't really warn about Zuji because his AoE is broken and he offers 30% health along with other ways to cause even more damage, so that guy is just on another level, you can't go wrong with him. But back to Hermann, the guy is great, nothing wrong with him, he brings a lot of debuffs and AoE against the enemies on the field, but all I'm saying is just wait and see what the new commanders look like and what they have to offer. Because it looks like they might be moving away from skill damage just how they did with infantry, but I don't know, this is all speculation. Lilith can very well go back to skill damage because they can do whatever they want. And I'm not saying invest in Guan or Sargon or Boudica over these guys, no, I'm just saying that whoever isn't better than Scipio or Alex, don't invest in them either for infantry. Whoever isn't better than Hermann, don't invest in them for archers, even though I know that he's number 2 on the archer list of priorities when it comes to the open field. I'm saying just wait at least until you see what those new archer commanders look like. And am I saying that these guys are bad investments? No, of course not. In a sense, you can't go wrong with Hermann or Scipio. I'm just saying that if you haven't invested in these commanders yet because you haven't gotten around to it, or you're just entering Season of Conquest, then go for someone that's better. But for the archers, just wait a little bit longer. I know that a lot of people are going to probably misunderstand this video, but it's whatever. My main focus is that skill damage might be getting kicked off of the meta if we keep getting commanders with different types of active skill damage factors. But yeah, that's it for the video. Later.